story that was originated by Judy Nichols. Some of us old-timers remember her. She is retired now to Florida, but she gave me permission to mess around with this story that she first invented. You know, all the Pecos Bill stories, they're not what you'd really call folk tales. They were written by somebody, and Judy wrote this one. Pecos Bill was a cowboy, and one day he was riding his horse across the wide prairie plains when he saw a rainbow. He said, well, that sure is pretty. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet is pretty, but you know, it's too small. It's too small for this wide prairie sky, but he had an idea for something he could do about it. He took the lasso rope off the horn of his saddle and he let out a loop and he swung it over his head and he caught that rainbow. He hauled it down out of the sky. Don't tell my physical science professor about this. He hauled it down out of the sky. He rolled it up like you'd roll a pair of socks, and he stuck it in his saddlebag. Next time he saw a rainbow, he got his lasso and hauled that down out of the sky, rolled it up, put it in his saddlebags. You see any more rainbows? Any more? Well, oh, there's one over there. Okay, come on, you help me? And he hauled it down, rolled it up, put it in his saddlebag. Any more? Oh, there's one. Okay, let's get it. And he hauled it down, rolled it up, put it in his saddlebags. Now, by the end of the summer, his saddlebags were bulging with rolled up rainbows. So one night around the campfire, he got them all out, unrolled them, fitted them together the way ladies fit together the pieces of a patchwork quilt top. Now, he couldn't sew them together. You recall he was raised by coyotes from a child, but there were cactuses, so he picked off the spines and he used the cactus spines to pin those rainbows together. By morning, he had a huge patchwork of rainbow stripes, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And he got all the other cowboys to help him to throw it up into the sky. Grab hold of the edge. We're going to throw it up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And the sky was covered with rainbow stripes, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Pecos Bill said, yep, now there's a prairie-size rainbow for you. Did it myself. The other cowboys looked on. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's nice and colorful. And the horses stopped in their tracks. They looked up, they liked it too. The cattle paused, chewing their cuds long enough to look up, and they thought it was pretty. The birds in the sky looked, and they thought it was wonderful. The only one who didn't like it was the sun. The sun looked down and said, stripes. I think that's tacky. Red, orange, yellow, green, now blue, I could go with blue, but the rest of it, that's just, no, I don't like that at all. And the sun shone down, hot, 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 so hot that the spines, the cactus spines that were holding it together, they burned up into charcoal, just crumbled away, and the rainbows melted, and they fell down. They dribbled out of the sky, and they soaked into that dry prairie earth, and they were gone. And Pecos Bill said, well, dag-nabbit, I worked all summer to collect those rainbows, and it's all gone. And he sulked about it all fall and all winter. But in the spring, when the gentle rain began to fall, the rain soaked into the ground And those little bits of melted rainbow, they sprouted and they grew and they bloomed and they bloomed into red Indian blankets, red and yellow gaillardia, Indian paintbrush, red and yellow Indian blanket, gaillardia, it looks like orange, yellow coreopsis, green flowered spider milkweed, blue bonnets, and violet prairie phlox. And the ground was covered with colorful wildflowers. And Pecos Bill said, yeah, now that is a real prairie-size rainbow. So when you go out and you drive, especially if you're going south from here, I understand the bluebonnets are blooming already. And when you look at that, you can just thank Pecos Bill for our prairie-size rainbow.